welcome to the Scole Academy 5 Questions with Your Classical Educator. My name is Christy Stoddard, and I am the Culture and Events Coordinator at Scole Academy. And with me today is a good friend of mine, Vixie Friedman. We've been friends for how long, Vixie? How long have we known each
Since
other?
2008.
Since 2008. So yes, we've been on the classical homeschool journey together. We've homeschooled our boys classically. My oldest and her youngest are best friends. So it's just been a beautiful friendship and fun to watch. Vixie, thank you for joining us today. Vixie is a 35-year veteran of classical education, teaching since 1988, I think you said.
Yes.
Yes, and she is is this your 3rd year or 2nd year with Scole?
This will be my 2nd year.
Okay, she's entering her 2nd year with Scole as a humanities teacher. So, Vixie, let's go ahead and jump right in. Tell us about your hobbies. What do you like to do when you're not teaching?
Well, when I'm not teaching, I love to read. That's my favorite thing to do. In fact, I look forward to growing really old so that I don't have the energy to do anything but read. But then if I'm not reading, I love to travel. And I realized because I'm planning a trip for myself and my 2 daughters and their children to Ireland, and I realized how much I love just the planning process of all of it. So that's what I would do all the time if I could.
So read and travel. And traveling provides a great I don't know, venue's not the right word, but for reading while you're sitting at the airports and on the airplanes. So they go hand in hand.
They do,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, that leads me to my next question. Who's your favorite author and why?
I had to think about that. You told me this question was coming, and I finally landed on C.S. Lewis just because he writes so many different genres. And I love them all. So I would have to go with him.
Okay, well then what's your favorite book? It doesn't have to be C.S. Lewis, but if it is, that's great.
Well, usually it's whatever I'm reading at the moment. So one of the books I'm reading right now is called Along the Enchanted Way, which I'm just loving. It's a book about a young man back in 1989 when the fall of Romania happened, and he left England to go to Romania, and it's just been fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
Who's the author of that book?
William Blacker.
William Blacker. I have not heard of that. I'll have to look that up. That sounds really good. Well, Vixie, tell us about the classes that you're teaching in the fall.
Well, I'll be teaching middle school American literature and also middle school American history.
Okay. The last question that I have for you is, what is your favorite educational quote?
Well, I love David Hicks and the Norms and Nobility book. It's been something I've read so many times. And in the preface, he says, the end of education is not thinking, it is doing. It's not just hearing what to do, but it's in doing it. And I love that because I think that encompasses so much, particularly about Christian classical education. And that was what really drove me to homeschool my own children.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Anytime I hear a sentence starts off with the end of anything, I always think of the Milton quote, the end then of learning is to repair the ruin of our first parents. But yes, I love David Hicks. I actually just reread that Norms and Nobility this last school year. So it was my 2nd time through. I didn't finish it the first time. So 2nd time on part and first on the rest of it. But yeah, it's an excellent book. Well, Vixie, thank you so much for joining us and giving us a glimpse into your hobbies, your favorite books, and then the classes that you have coming up. If you are interested in taking a look at Vixie's classes, you can go to the Scole Academy website and you can look under the All Courses page under the Middle School Humanities, or you can go to the subject-specific page if you're interested in finding it that way. Thank you again so much for joining us, and I hope you've enjoyed getting to meet Mrs. Vixie Friedman. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.